Good evening. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. Once said by Martin Luther King. Welcome to BMC News Live presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself Shana Sultana joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines.
Works Minister affirmed role of studies and research in improving government work. Foreign Minister lauded Bahraini youth's achievements. Qatar to control 15,000 cameras in 8 stadiums for FIFA World Cup 2022. North Korea lifted mask mandate and distancing rules after declaring COVID victory. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hosted India's Commonwealth Games contingent.
Today's news in detail. Works Minister affirmed role of studies and research in improving government work. Works Minister Ibrahim bin Hassan Al Hawaj received the Media Affairs Advisor of the Office of the Deputy Prime Minister and Infrastructure Minister Walid Khalid Al Sheikh, who presented him a copy of the thesis of the master's degree he had obtained from the University of Bahrain under the theme Government Communication and its role in highlighting development projects included in the Government Action Plan 2029 to 2022. The minister affirmed the importance of scientific and academic research and studies in developing the government's work, honing the skills of employees and improving performance and quality of services. Minister Al Hawaj commended the results of the study, noting that it has improved the success of the Works Ministry in taking advantage of the government communication to highlight the development projects it is implementing. Foreign Minister lauded Bahraini youth's achievements. Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani has lauded Bahraini youth's strides and achievements under the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad and the support of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. He expressed his pride in the leadership roles that youth hold in several national, regional, international forums as the Kingdom of Bahrain marks the International Youth Day on August 12th, which is yesterday, which is being held this year under the theme Intergenerational Solidarity, Creating a World for All Ages. He underlined the initiatives of His Majesty the King and the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to promote the empowerment of Bahraini youth and support their role in national development. Bahrain affirms solidarity with Saudi Arabia. Bahrain stressed its unwavering solidarity with Saudi Arabia against all threats to its security and stability and affirmed its support to the measures taken to protect the safety and security of its citizens and residents. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs commended the efficiency and vigilance of the security forces in Saudi Arabia, which arrested a wanted man who detonated an explosive belt and injured 3 members of the security forces. The ministry wishes those injured a speedy recovery. Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers Bahrain's COVID updates.
COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers.
Pioneering Human Rights Blueprint unveiled. Bahrain is taking the next step in its march to progress by implementing a master human rights plan that covers all sections of security and society. This National Human Rights Plan 2022 to 2026, which highlights the kingdom's forward-looking vision, covers 4 focal points: civil, political rights, economic, social and cultural rights, rights of groups with priority care needs, and solidarity rights. Bahrain to host major Alcoholics Anonymous Regional Conference. Bahrain will be playing host to a regional convention of recovering alcoholics later this year as the country's Alcoholics Anonymous AA network commemorates more than 40 years of services. The Middle East Regional Committee of Alcoholics Anonymous will be hosting its annual convention from November 17 to 19 under the theme Service Keeps the Sober. Night learning centers set to resume in-person classes. Night schools will be reopened for in-person classes in the upcoming academic year, set to begin next month. Physical attendance at night learning centers for both men and women will resume in the 2022 to 2023 school year, the Education Ministry said in a statement yesterday. Now we shall go for short commercial break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. The Indian Community Relief Fund ICRF Thirst Quenchers 2022 team has held its 7th Summer Awareness Program today, August 13th. The basic purpose of this program is to create awareness towards a healthy and safe summer 2022. The 7th of the series was held today at a worksite in Manama for around 220 to 25 workers. They distributed bottled water, laban, orange, samosas, toffees and flyers. ICRF Chairman Dr. Babu Ramachandran, Advisor Aruldas Thomas, General Secretary Pankaj Nallur, Joint Secretary Nisha Rangarajan, members Murali Krishnan, Siraj Rajivan, Hari Pankaj Malik, Zulfikar Ali, Clifford Korea along with Bohra community member Shaukat Lokandwala were leading the distribution today. This is the 7th consecutive year of ICRF Thirst Quenchers distribution of water and fruits. Similar to previous years, the event is supported by Bohra community in Bahrain. ICRF Thirst Quenchers intends to continue this weekly event for the next 4 weeks in various worksites as they are one of the most affected tolling under the summer heat. Rainfall expected in Abu Dhabi for 4 days from August 14th. UAE capital city Abu Dhabi is expected to experience fluctuating weather from Sunday, August 14 to Thursday, August 18 as cumulus clouds form with mild to heavy rains and a significant temperature drop. The Abu Dhabi Media Office has advised the public to drive with caution and adhere to safety guidelines and speed limits. When it rains, remain vigilant and stay away from rain streams, valleys and rainwater pools, said the statement. The statement also added that during sea turbulence and high tides, avoid going to the beach and keep following the weather forecast via official channels only. Qatar to control 15,000 cameras in 8 stadiums for FIFA World Cup 2022. Facing a bank of screens, technicians counting down to the World Cup in Qatar control the temperature gates, 15,000 cameras and much more in the 8 stadiums. The Aspire Control and Command Center will monitor all stadiums at once as Qatar pulls out all the technical stops to keep an eye on the anticipated 1 million plus visitors from the moment they get off the plane to the moment they leave. Qatar has spent billions of dollars on building 7 new stadiums and refurbishing an 8th for the first World Cup in an Arab country. It has seized on the uniquely short distance between them, barely 70 kilometers, which is 43 miles, separate the two most distant venues to set up the elaborate virtual network. North Korea lifted mask mandate and distancing rule after declaring COVID victory. North Korea has dropped a face mask mandate and other social distancing rules as leader Kim Jong-un declared victory over COVID-19 this week. State media said on Saturday that 3 months after its first acknowledgement of the virus outbreak in the isolated country, Kim presided over a COVID meeting on Wednesday and ordered the lifting of maximum anti-epidemic measures imposed in May, adding that North Korea must maintain a still strong anti-epidemic barrier. Under the shift to a normal anti-epidemic system from a top-level system, North Korea dropped the mask-wearing obligation and other rules such as limit on the service time of commercial and public facilities in all areas except border regions, according to the official KCNA. WHO plans to rename monkeypox over stimulation concern. The World Health Organization says it's holding an open forum to rename the disease monkeypox after some critics raised concerns the name could be derogatory or have racist connections. And in a statement Friday, the UN Health Agency said that it has also renamed 2 families or clades of the virus using Roman numerals instead of geographic areas to avoid stigmatization. And the version of the virus formerly known as Congo Basin will now be known as Clade 1 or 1, and the West Africa clade will be known as Clade 2 or 2. WHO said that the decision was made following a meeting of scientists this week and in line with the current best practices for naming diseases, which aims to avoid causing offense to any cultural, social, national, regional, professional or ethnic groups and minimize any negative impact on trade, travel, tourism or animal welfare. Numerous other diseases including Japanese Marburg virus, Spanish influenza and Middle Eastern respiratory syndrome have been named after the geographic areas where they first arose or were identified. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hosted India's Commonwealth Games contingent. The golden period of Indian sports is knocking on the doors, said Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Saturday as he hailed the gutsy show of the Indian contingent, which returned with 61 medals from the Commonwealth Games. Mr. Modi on August 13, 2022, which is today, hosted the Indian contingent at his residence to felicitate the players in New Delhi. The Indian athletes produced a sensational show in Birmingham, claiming 61 medals including 22 gold, 16 silver and 23 bronze. Mr. Modi also congratulated the chess players who completed and won medals at the Olympiad, which was hosted in the Tamil Nadu capital, Chennai. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Club English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shina Sultana. Good night.